Hi, I am Dr. Alper Gökçe. I am orthopedic surgeon. Today, I want to talk about sacroiliac joints, its painful conditions, infections, and dysfunctions. They are easily overlooked by the misconception that all types of low back pains are often called lumbar disc disease due to its localization. Initially, I want to briefly describe here some anatomical and functional specifications of SI joint. Sacroiliac joint is located between two iliac wings at the lower part of the low back area. Sacral bone, as a part of spinal column, joins at this level to the pelvic ring, in which the internal organs of lower part of the body stay protected. Spine provides major mechanical support to the whole body in manner of connecting all parts to each other. In that way, body weight was transferred through these joints to both legs over hips indirectly. Sacral bone locks the pelvic rings like a keystone and enhances the stability with its wedge-shaped structure. Its triangular-shaped monolithic bone stands there fixed without moving despite their joint articulation surfaces on both sides. SI joint has very strong ligaments and muscles in addition to its bony stability. These soft tissue structures are well organized to carry body weights and resist strong forces acting around this area. Sophisticated interdigited joint surface provides a robust primary mechanical stability. They are well-developed articulations with its joint cartilage and capsule, but range of motion is highly limited. During moving, running, or walking, pelvic wings transmit mechanical vibrations to sacrum over SI joints. Pelvic ring determines inclination and position of the sacrum, and SI joint in connection with them become important in severity of joint dysfunctions. Pain sensation transmitted to the brain very well due to its close relationship particularly to sciatic nerves and other nerves of medulla spinalis traverse through the medullary canal of sacrum. After these short informations, let's proceed with the discussion diseases of this joint in chronologic order of the patients. Congenital anomalies, genetic and structural abnormalities were seen in the age group of patients from birth to early childhood. They are very rare and heavy forms of crippling diseases reported seldom in literature. Anomalies assisted with medullary canal closing defects are seen more commonly. They are light forms of mechanical pain causes with correlated disturbances of affected nerve roots. These nerve roots are responsible for innervation of intrapelvic organs and mainly for sphincter control mechanisms. Nerve entrapments or narrowing of neural canals are usually symptomatic in adulthood with increasing body mass and daily activities of heavy levers. Pregnancy is here an important risk factor with rapid disturbing weight equilibrium changes, tingling, numbness, weakness, and spasms at muscles around the lower extremities were reported by the patients at admission to clinics. These canal closing abnormalities shouldn't be confused with severe neural tube defects like spina bifida. They are discussed in detail in further videos available in our channel with the title of lumbosacral diseases. You can watch it to make more info about it. Osteoporosis, degenerative joint diseases, ligament and muscle imbalances are major causes leading to instability. Short description for them, instability would define structural disruptions and functional insufficiency of a joint stressed under physiological forces. Patients are complaining about the feeling of locking or sharp pain when they attempted to move or trying to lift an object from the ground. They show up at tilted posture when they get up walk. Patients can't lean on their low back, especially when they trying to lift any object or straighten themselves from the ground. The feeling of insecurity prevent to move further in a locked posture. Numbness, tingling, paresthesias, loss of power, muscle spasms, walk in blended posture, or other common signs and symptoms. The similarities of the complaints and the appearance of the disease lead to physicians to misdiagnose it as a disc pathology. Furthermore, nuclear magnetic examinations may show coincidental disc disease, so resulting to incorrect treatments. Unfortunately, there are several reasons causes to sacroiliac pain. Previous history or trauma or accidents, multiple pregnancies, inflammatory and rheumatologic disease, connective tissue diseases like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome are between of them. Joint degenerations and osteoporosis frequently occur in elderly patients as a common cause of disease. Pelvic bone insufficiencies, resulting stress fractures should be considered in this disease, significantly seen in older mothers who have lost great amount of their bone strength, especially in postpartum period. Diagnosis of the disease based on patient's history. Therefore, detailed questioning is more important than laboratory exams. Classical X-rays are taken as initial step of examinations. They are taken from different angles and positions. AP and lateral multiplanar X-rays and additional Röntgen tube angled up and down called inlet and outlet views. Computerized tomography and MRI examinations are used for evaluating the pathology in forms of cuts taken in three-dimensional plans. Bone marrow edema and intraosseous pathologies or effusions in joints can be better assessed with them. Blood tests should be performed to elucidate systematic disorders such as infection and rheumatisms. In addition to standard bacterial infections, special infections such as Brucella and tuberculosis are also frequently seen in this region. These specific infections are generally severe, require early treatment. Besides, degenerative joint disease, an insidious inflammatory condition or a genetic pattern called ankylosing spondylitis is frequently appear in this region. The clinical findings are developed slowly and they are comprising gradually loss of movement in the spine and around the spine, especially in the lumbar region. In addition to medical treatment of this disease, corrective osteotomies may be mandatory in cause having heavily deformity and leading instability. Nerve compressions, dural canal obligating mass and cysts or tumors are other indications for surgery, and the tumoral formation and metastatic spread of the bone itself. Combined treatment steps are required for these patients by taking a biopsy for the treatment. It should address the cause of the disease. In diseases such as tumor, infection, and rheumatisms, condition-specific treatments should be started immediately. In cases of bone insufficiency fractures and osteoporosis, bone tissue should be strengthened. Assessment of bone quality and analysis of nerve functions are important laboratory exams. Functional disorders should be rehabilitated initially. Various injections are described for invasive pain treatment. Other minimally invasive interventional pain methods are prolotherapy, PRP, and mesenchymal stem cell therapy, radiofrequency ablation, or laser. All have to be performed under control of SCOPY. Because the precedent anatomic difficulties, access and care should be taken to avoid these complications. The procedures are performed under local anesthesia without giving compulsive maneuvers to patients without robotic scope devices available in our clinic. Patients with advanced dysfunctions are fused with surgical treatment using minimally invasive methods. In these patients, the sacroiliac joint is aimed to stabilize with screw placed in this joint. After all treatments, teamwork is required to achieve the desired functional capacity through the rehabilitation. Also, active participation of your patients also gains value. The pain in the coccyx area at the end of the sacrum bone, like fracture radiating pain to this area, is also important.